Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I think you all know who I am now. You know, 3 days we've been together, and I feel a little sad today because it's our last day. And on the occasion of the 74th of Indian Republic Day, the World Humanitarian Foundation and Trident Communications celebrate Naya Bharat Mahotsav Edition 2 from 26th of January, where we were at the House of Lords, and then on Saturday we were at Osley Park Hotel, and today the third day here at the Nehru Centre. Now we gather for our third and last event, and I really hate saying last event, of this particular series, and I'm hoping that we will meet again. Today is about, I would say, the secret to tomorrow's empowered women. I think for all the lovely ladies here, let's give them a big round of applause. First of all, I hope you've eaten and I hope you enjoyed the food, and if I'm not mistaken, the food was by Chandni Chowk, and the food was delicious and all vegetarian as well. So thank you to them. I would personally just quickly like to say on behalf of Trident Communications, thank you for being so loyal and giving us company and being with us every day. And I was just telling Shiv earlier on that I can't believe that this is like the last day, and I'm going to miss you all so much. This event is organised, as I've been saying, World Humanitarian Foundation, Trident Events and Media Limited, and supported by Himadri, Uttarakhand Handloom and Handicraft Development Council, QZ Decors. Our associated partners, GTTCI, Real Indian Brands, Enfield Saheli, KC Cloths and Accessories. Our gifting partners have been Shri and Sam, and our media partners, of course, from where I am from, Leica Gold and Leica Radio. I'd like to thank all the guests who've travelled all the way from India. I've met some very inspiring people. They've travelled all the way from India to the UK for celebrating Naya Bharat Mahotsav Edition 2, which, like I said, has included a series of events. And I hope you do come back next year. We've exchanged numbers, so let's hope that we stay interactive. Now, before I start the event, I would like to call upon here on the stage the Minister and Director of the Nehru Centre, who works for the High Commission of India. His name is Mr. Amish Tripathi. Can we please give him a big round of applause and welcome him on the stage?
I will say just a few words and I leave my sincere apologies. I have another event to get to. Thank you so much for all of you, to all of you for coming here. This is a very important subject, and I think completely tied into what ancient Indian culture is. There are some who say that those who fight for equality between men and women are somehow being westernized in some way, but I believe that in fact they are being truly Indian. Our oldest scriptures, the Rig Veda. The Rig Veda is hymns, of course, written by rishis, but by rishikas as well. We had the equivalent of women prophets and messiahs in India. Show me any other culture which had that. We had women who founded universities in ancient India. The Vallabhi University was founded by a woman. We had women who wrote our scriptures. We had women who ruled in their own name, like Rani Prabhavati Gupta. We had women who led their armies into battle, like Rani Rudruma Devi. So I always believe that when we speak of women's empowerment, we are in fact being truly Indian, and only when, and as has been written in one of our scriptures, that even the gods abandon the land where women are not respected. if we actually revive our ancient Indian way of life, we will find that treating men and women as equal is actually our traditional way, and of course leads to a far better world. Women hold up half the sky. Thank you so much for coming to the Nehru Center, and we are delighted to host you here, and I look forward to this program that will be hosted. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tripathi. I'm going to call a few guests on stage, but before I do, I'm just going to be a little bit... Okay, I'm sorry, change of plan there. I'm going to call back Mr. Tripathi on stage. We'd like to honour him with just a token of appreciation for today. So can I call Shiv, please, on stage? Back. No, we love it, we really do. But we'd like to, on behalf of Trident Communications, just honour you a token of appreciation. Hopefully we'll see you very soon. I'm just going to give you a brief introduction of myself as well, because I'm a woman. So my name is Kajal, and I've been in the radio industry for 15 years. I celebrate 15 years, in fact, next week. I've been working for Lycan Media when it first launched 9 years ago, and I have my own wedding entertainment business and also my own property business. Do I have any secrets? No. Those secrets we'll learn from these empowered women today to learn how to become a successful, empowering woman. So when I call them on stage, please do give them a big round of applause. First of all, though, before we do call them on stage, a special thanks to Mr. Gaurav Gupta from GTTCI. And I'm sorry, I'm going to ask if you could keep your phones on silent, please, yeah? Special thanks to Gaurav Gupta from GTTCI and Rajesh Kumar from Real Indian Brands, and of course Shiv and Mr. Jovinda Dahina. Thank you so much for bringing us here today. Now, before starting the panel discussion, I would like to call on a very special guest, and that's Mr. Acharya Manish on stage. He is a specialist in Ayurveda and meditation expert. He's a health guru as well. So let's take some healthy tips from him. Can I please call on stage Mr. Acharya ji? Please give me a big round of applause.
थैंक यू, नमस्कार सभी को। हिंदी चलेगी? हाँ जी। हिंदी चलेगी। तो जैसा कि आज का विषय है वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट, तो मुझे भी अच्छा लग रहा है यहाँ पे। तो मैं कुछ हेल्थ टिप्स देना चाहूँगा वुमेन्स को, क्योंकि वो सारा दिन दूसरों के लिए करती हैं, बच्चों के लिए, हस्बैंड के लिए, फैमिली के लिए, लेकिन खुद की केयर भूल जाती हैं। और पता चलता है बाद में टेस्ट कराओ तो कभी हीमोग्लोबिन कम है, कभी किसी का मतलब कोई और टेस्ट में गड़बड़ है, कभी पोटेशियम सोडियम बिगड़ा हुआ है, और फिर बाद में उनको हेल्थ इश्यूज आते हैं। और अगर अभी हम बात करें पिछले कुछ टाइम से, तो भारत में बहुत ज़्यादा किडनी फेल की प्रॉब्लम, सीकेडी की प्रॉब्लम वुमेन्स में बहुत ज़्यादा आ रही है, बिकॉज ऑफ क्योंकि वो अपनी केयर करती नहीं है, और जब वो केयर करना शुरू करती है तो तब तक लेट हो चुका होता है, क्योंकि वो सबको खाना खिलाने के बाद खाने वाली आज भी भारतीय नारी उसी तरह से चलती है। तो मैं सिर्फ आप लोगों को छोटी छोटी कुछ बातें बताना चाह रहा हूँ जो वुमेन्स के काम की हैं, कि जो भी आप खाते हो, जैसे आप ब्रेकफास्ट करते हो, तो जो मैं बताऊंगा अगर ये अपनाओगे तो कभी भी इस जन्म में ना तो डायबिटीज होगी, ना कभी बीपी होगा, और ना ही कोई आपको हीमोग्लोबिन की कमी या अनीमिक होगे। करना क्या है, ब्रेकफास्ट का टाइम फिक्स कर लो कि 12 बजे तक आपको कोशिश करो सिर्फ फ्रूट्स खाने हैं। मतलब कोशिश करो जितना आपका वजन है पूरा 10 ग्राम, इसको हम बोलते हैं पीएच बैलेंस डाइट। ये हमारी बड़ी पॉपुलर डाइट है, हम बड़ी से बड़ी बीमारियों को भी इससे रिवर्स करते हैं कि 12 बजे तक जो भी आपको खाना है, आपका वजन पूरा 10 ग्राम फ्रूट्स होने चाहिए। जैसे आपका वजन अगर 60 किलो है तो 600 ग्राम अप्रोक्सीमेट फ्रूट्स होने चाहिए। अगर आपको परोठे, रोटी, चावल खाना भी है तो फ्रूट्स खाने के ऊपर से खा सकते हो। मतलब प्लेट 1, प्लेट 2 दो कंसेप्ट कर लो आप। जो आप खा रहे हो आज तक लाइफ में उसको प्लेट 2 बोल दो, और जो मैं बोलूंगा उसको प्लेट 1 मान लो। तो प्लेट 1 मतलब जितना वजन गुणा 10 ग्राम फ्रूट्स खा लो 12 बजे तक। फिर उसके बाद लंच में वजन गुणा 5, यानी कि 60 किलो है तो 300 ग्राम, 3 से 4 तरह की सीजन की सैलेड पहले खानी है, देन जो भी आप लंच में खाते हो वही खाना है। फिर ऐसे ही सेम आपको डिनर में करना है, वजन गुणा 5, फ्रूट और सैलेड मिक्स करके खाना है। मतलब करना क्या है, जो भी आप खा रहे हो खाओ, बस उसको प्लेट 2 बोल दो, उससे पहले प्लेट 1 ऐड कर लो। इसके अलावा सुबह उठते ही खाली पेट 1 कप गरम गरम पानी घूट घूट करके सिप सिप करके पीना है। आज के बाद एक नियम बना लो, खाने को पीना है, पानी को चबाना है। मतलब पानी को घूट घूट करके चबा चबा के लेना है और खाने को पानी बना के अंदर लेना है। और दूसरा 5 कड़ी पत्ते, एक कड़ी पत्ता 1 मिनट में रोज खाना है। मतलब 5 कड़ी पत्ते 5 मिनट में खत्म करने हैं। फायदे क्या होंगे कि जब भी मेंस्ट्रुअल टाइम है तो जो भी क्रैम्प्स पड़ते हैं, अनईजीनेस होती है आप लोगों को, या आप लोग डिसमेनोरिया की प्रॉब्लम होती है, या कोई आजकल हार्मोन्स इश्यू चल रहे हैं, कभी किसी को पीसीओडी हो रही है, ये सब नहीं होगा अगर आप कड़ी पत्ता से दोस्ती कर लोगे। और कड़ी पत्ता हमारे हर घर में बड़ा इजीली अवेलेबल है। इसके अलावा 48 के बाद आजकल फीमेल्स में ऑस्टियोपोरोसिस और कुछ हार्मोनल इश्यूज देखने को मिल रहे हैं, यूट्रस रिमूव हो रही है या गॉल ब्लैडर रिमूव हो रहा है। उसके बचने के लिए नियम से हफ्ते में 2 दिन हल्दी का इतना बड़ा टुकड़ा रोज चबाकर खाना है। हल्दी का एक, हल्दी की गांठ आती है कच्ची मार्केट में, उसका एक टुकड़ा चबा चबा के खत्म करना है। तो जो भी आपके आफ्टर मेंस्ट्रुअल एज के जो इश्यूज है वो सब नहीं होंगे। और इसके बाद एक फीमेल्स हर अपने पर्स में लिपस्टिक रखती है, नेल पॉलिश रखती है और पता नहीं क्या क्या रखती हो आप, मुझे नहीं पता, आपके पर्स में बहुत कुछ होता है। लेकिन एक चीज आप अपनी पर्स में ऐड ऑन कर दो, अदरक। एक अदरक बड़ी फुल अपने पर्स में रखना शुरू कर दो। अगर लाइफ में कभी भी आपके सामने, आपकी फैमिली में, परिवार में कभी आपके सामने किसी को एकदम अगर हार्ट अटैक पड़ जाए तो आप इतना बड़ा अदरक का टुकड़ा उसको दे दो, तो चबाओ इसको, इतना चबाओ आंखों से पानी आ जाए और आप किसी की जान भी बचा लोगे। क्योंकि हमारे पास बहुत सारी ऐसी फीमेल्स हैं जिनके हस्बैंड की बहुत अर्ली एज में डेथ हो गई हार्ट अटैक की वजह से। अभी आजकल कोविड के बाद तो आपने देखा ही है, सडन हार्ट अटैक्स, सडन कार्डियक अरेस्ट बहुत बढ़ गया। तो सबसे अच्छी अगर कोई चीज है कार्डियक अरेस्ट को प्रिवेंट करने के लिए, हार्ट अटैक से बचाने के लिए, तो वो है जिंजर यानी कि अदरक। आपके घरों में सब इजीली अवेलेबल है। तो बाकी सब पर्स में इतना सामान रख के भरते ही हो हमेशा। जब आप एयरपोर्ट क्रॉस करते हो, अपना चेकिंग वो करते हो ना, तो उस टाइम पे पर्स लेडीज का जरूर खुलवाया जाता है। पता नहीं क्या क्या निकलता है, सिक्के निकलते हैं, कभी चाबियां निकलती हैं, पता नहीं क्या क्या। मेरी वाइफ के साथ हमेशा होता है। मैं उसको कई बार बोलता हूँ कि तू घर से क्यों चलते टाइम पर्स को खाली क्यों नहीं करती, लेकिन वो आदत नहीं है ना पूरा पर्स उठा के चलने की वो आदत। तो अदरक को जरूर ऐड ऑन कर लो अपनी डेली रूटीन में, मतलब अपने पर्स में रखो, तभी जरूरत पड़े तो अदरक को खाओ। इसके अलावा जो भी खाना है चबा चबा के खाना है। मतलब जो भी खाते हो आप रूटीन में, नाश्ता लंच डिनर, वो चबा चबा के खाना है। मूड खराब हो, गुस्सा हो, लड़ाई हो, उस दिन खाना ना खुद खाना है ना किसी को खाने देना है। और हमारे घरों में क्या होता है, अगर हस्बैंड का मूड खराब है, जरा सा खा लो, मेरी कसम लगे खा लो, खाने से क्या नाराजगी है ना, खाना तो खाना ही है। जबकि उस दिन खाया गया खाना जहर बनता है। क्योंकि जब आपको स्ट्रेस्ड होते हो, एंग्री होते हो, अपसेट होते हो, तो आपकी बॉडी में कार्टिसोल हार्मोन बड़ा होता है, एंडोर्फिन, डोपामिन, सेरोटोनिन, ऑक्सीटोसिन, ये सब कम होते हैं। तो जब हमारी बॉडी में हजम करने वाले रस ही नहीं है, तो आप किसी को जबरदस्ती खाना क्यों खिलाओगे। और यही वजह थी हमारे पूर्वज, जब किसी की डेथ होती थी घर में खाना नहीं पकता था, नहीं बनता था। लेकिन आजकल क्या होता है, अभी मुझे तो यहाँ लंदन का पता नहीं, हिंदुस्तान में किसी की डेथ होती है तो ढाबे से खाना आ जाता है। तो वो गलत हमारे घरों में परंपरा पड़ गई, खाना नहीं खाना होता। अगर कोई गुस्से में है तो उसकी प्लेट आगे से उल्टा ले लो कि भैया ना खुद खाएंगे ना खाने देंगे। तो ये छोटी छोटी बातें हैं, अगर कोई इसको अपनाएगा तो बहुत ज्यादा बेनिफिट रहेगा। एक और बहुत जरूरी बात है, जब भी आप फीमेल्स के लिए बोल रहा हूं, जब भी आप नोटिस करो कि आप 2-3 दिन से इरिटेट हो, 2 या 3 दिन से आप इरिटेट हो, या आपको ना बात बात पे गुस्सा आ रहा है, तो आप चेक करना आपको धरन पड़ी होगी। धरन मतलब क्या होता है, आपकी नाभि सरकी होती है। लेडीज को पता नहीं चलता क्योंकि कई बार झुक के कोई चीज उठा ली, किचन में काम करते टाइम झुक गए। तो हमें क्या करना है, अपने हाथों को ना इस तरह मिलाना है आपस में, इस लाइन को, चंद्र लाइन को मिलाना है, तो आगे वाली सारी लाइनें मिलनी चाहिए। तो अगर आगे वाली लाइनें आगे पीछे है ना, तो समझो धरन पड़ी हुई है। तो धरन अगर पड़ी हो तो उस धरन को निकालना है, तो ही आप लोग वो इरिटेशन से, उस चिड़चिड़ेपन से बाहर आ जाओगे। अभी मैं इस प्रोग्राम के बाद मन से तो नहीं, वैसे ही सिखा दूंगा आपको धरन कैसे निकालते हैं, बड़ा इजी प्रोसेस है। तो मेरे हिसाब से छोटी छोटी टिप्स हैं, फ्रूट्स खाओ, सैलेड खाओ, खुश रहो, और अगर हो सके तो पूरे परिवार की हफ्ते में 1 दिन की फास्टिंग शुरू करा दो। आपके पूरे घर में किसी भी डॉक्टर की जरूरत नहीं रहेगी, मतलब आपको कभी लाइफ में डॉक्टर के पास नहीं जाना पड़ेगा। तो थैंक यू वेरी मच, धन्यवाद।
so much. Good tips, right? I think we should all learn from this, definitely. Thank you so much. That was Mr. Acharya Manishji. Please do take some more tips after the event as well. Now, from Dubai, I would like to call on stage Dr. Azam Badr Khan, who runs an orthopedic surgery. Very, very inspirational person. You can learn a lot from him. So please, can we please welcome on stage Dr. Azam Badr Khan. Thank you.
Hello everyone. I'm Dr. Azam, very fondly called Dr. Knee. I'm an orthopedic surgeon specializing in knee. The main reason I'm here, if you can see my roll-up, which says that Global Knee Awareness Campaign. Being a knee surgeon for a very long time, I have realized that most of our patients who are suffering from osteoarthritis, knee being a very major part of our body, the main joint which bears the weight of the whole body. तो उसमें क्या होता है कि आपको throughout 24/7 the whole day में आप नी के ऊपर आपके वेट होता है और उसका wear and tear. जिस तरह से हमारी बॉडी का wear and tear होता है, similarly knee also goes into wear and tear. शायद I may be correct कि आजकल हमारे सोसाइटी में after 40-45 majority of the people are suffering from knee problem. शुरुआत ऐसे होती है कि मैं सीढ़ी चढ़ रहा हूँ तो मुझे तकलीफ हो रही है, and then later it goes on to become it starts with the early osteoarthritis, then it becomes moderate. The irony is that हम लोगों we are hearing a lot about awareness campaign when it comes to diabetes, hypertension, even different kind of cancers, but we don't hear anything about people talking about knee के बारे में. So basically I'm here to I've initiated this campaign for knee health awareness, and I hope I'm able to take it to a different level, and so the people are aware the moment they start having problem with the knee, they start taking it seriously. I would rather go on to say that आप जिस तरह से हार्ट की बीमारी होती है या हार्ट के बारे में आप सुनते हैं कि मुझे कोई प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है, डॉक्टर ने बोला, तो आप इमीडिएटली उसके लिए बहुत सीरियस हो जाते हैं, क्योंकि आपको लगता है कि अगर मैंने हार्ट के बारे में नहीं ध्यान दिया तो मेरी जान जा सकती है. सिमिलरली और आजकल मेजॉरिटी ऑफ मेरे जो पेशेंट्स होते हैं, अगर मैं उनसे पूछता हूँ कि आप एक्सरसाइज करते हैं, दो चीज़ें बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होती हैं. एक तो डाइट, जो कि अभी आचार्य जी ने कहा कि हर चीज़ के लिए डाइट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. बट जब हम वॉक की बात करते हैं और जो मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द पीपल ये बोलते हैं कि हम 1 घंटा वॉक करते हैं, आधे घंटे वॉक करते हैं, द आयरनी इज द प्रॉब्लम इज कि उस 1 घंटे में हम 5 मिनट या 10 मिनट अपने मसल, एक्सटर्नल मसल्स पे ध्यान नहीं देते. हम सिर्फ वॉक करते हैं एंड वी थिंक दैट वी हैव डन आवर ड्यूटी एंड वी हैव इट्स गुड इनफ फॉर आवर हेल्थ. तो मैं इस चीज़ को, छोटी छोटी चीज़ें जो है जिसके बारे में उतना ध्यान नहीं दिया जा रहा है, और तो उस पर मैं ध्यान करवाने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ, और चाहता हूँ कि लोग इसके बारे में सोचें कि जिस तरह से हार्ट आपके लिए इम्पोर्टेंट है, उसी तरह से आपका घुटना भी बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है और उसका ख्याल रखना चाहिए. सो दिस इज़ आई एम हियर एंड आई एम प्रिविलेज्ड टू बी इन नेहरू हाउस एंड स्पीकिंग ऑन दिस डायस. आई होप दैट आई कम हियर अगेन. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
Call him Dr. Neena. Thank you so much, Dr. Neen, also known as Dr. Azam Badr Khan. Right, ladies and gentlemen, now I'd like to call our speakers of the day. So the list of speakers are, and if you could all just come one by one on my left-hand side. But before we do start, can I please request that you leave your phones on silent? It's a little rude to have them on loud when somebody is speaking. So let's leave it on silent. I'm sure you can check your phone later on. Let's call on stage Dr. Renu Raj, ladies and gentlemen. And as they come on stage, please give them a big round of applause. Geetanjali Bhatia, Councillor Kate Analu, Krishna Pujara, Emma Rigby, Sangeeta Pandey, and that's it, and Sangeeta Pandey as well. So ladies and gentlemen, let's call them all on stage and give them a big, big round of applause. These are our inspirational, motivational speakers today. And let's get some tips from them and find out about their secret of being an empowered woman. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to hand it over to these lovely ladies here, and I think Krishnaji is going to take over as well. So again, ladies and gentlemen, while they're coming on stage, give them a big round of applause. Dr. Renu Raj, Geetanjali Bhatia, Councillor Kate Analu, Krishna Pujara, Emma Rigby, Sangeeta Pandey, and what we'll do is we'll start off with the first speaker, who will be Dr. Renu Raj, and then Geetanjali Bhatia, then Councillor Kate Analu, Krishna Pujaraji, Emma Rigby, and then Sangeeta Pandey. So I'll leave the mic in their lovely hands, and let's learn some tips from them.
Thank you. Namaskar, everybody. And thank you, Kajal. As you all know, Kajal is a very popular face from Laika Radio. So lovely. Thank you for getting us here, Kajal. Good afternoon. I hope you've all enjoyed a lovely high tea. And we're really thankful to the organizers today for having us here. We are going to now go on a journey, and we are going to talk about secrets to empowered women of tomorrow. We have got quite a lot of women there, and I'm sure a lot of men who know how empowered women work. So let's have your hands up to see how many people are all interested in the empowered women of tomorrow and today. Can't see many hands up. Brilliant. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you to the speakers just now, because we will be, obviously, we started off with a nice sort of session on keeping yourself well and how to look after yourself, followed by the problems people have with their knees, because knees are very, very important, and how to save your knees. So we will be having some interaction later on. So today we are going to talk about the secrets of empowered women. I will start off with Dr. Renu Raj. Please, can I request Dr. Renu Raj, who is a well-known person in London and does wear a lot of different hats, and she will talk about it. So please welcome Dr. Renu Raj.
आप सभी लोगों को मेरा नमस्कार, और बहुत अच्छा लगा। सबसे पहले रिपब्लिक डे की शुभकामनाएं, एंड सो मेनी फेस्टिवल्स आल्सो इन इंडिया। And Shiv Kumar and Kajal, they have done a wonderful job. They brought so many people on one platform. We have seen many people around us, many women also we have seen, and that was really very interesting when I, sorry. Okay. So we saw that so many women were there for the fashion parade also. Usually we see that on the fashion show many male are there. Or in the name of chef also, we find so many male chef in the any participation. So it's good to see many women now. We are on a very good platform. We are rising. We are coming forward. So secret of the women empowerment. I believe that not only individual is empowered or holding some high position or studying, or if you have become a doctor, a lawyer, architect, engineer, and then it kept within you only. I feel like a lady who is studied in one family, this means the entire family is studied, because the lady is the one who is starting the journey, who is nurturing her children, and she is giving the right situation and right teaching to the culture, to the tradition, to the discipline, and to the success as well. Even if you find that many women, they are holding a high position, but if you go to the traditional lady's house, you will find that in the evening, the lady, she comes from her office, her work, and she takes care of her family. She doesn't remember that how much she is tired. Why? Because she is well nurtured and she wants her family to be successful. Coming to me, I am Dr. Renu Raj, CEO of Radhans International. It is an international legal consultancy service. It's one of the only unique service in world that we have introduced a legal tourism. And I'm running my dynamic silence, that is interpersonal skill development, that is also to empowering the women, and to those, I don't believe in any special gender to empower, I believe in human to empower, not to women or to men. Sometimes we see, because working as a legal consultant and a mediator, I find that many a time we see that many men, they are suffering, they are suppressed, they are depressed because there is no understanding between them, him or her. So empowering is not only for individual women or men, empowering for the individual and for the masses. We believe and we should believe in ourselves. We should think that if we are happy, why we are happy? Because we are keeping our surrounding happy. I'll give you one example. Usually what we do, we buy a Rolex watch or a very expensive like gold or whatever diamond you buy. Immediately you keep that in a very safe place. And you don't like to put it on the table or on that place where the sand is there or dust is there. Why? Because it's costing a lot of money. Forget about money. If you love yourself, you are very much most precious in the world. Why? Because if you don't want to hurt yourself, you will never be rude to others. The watch or the precious thing, the costliest thing you are keeping in the bank, in the locker, in the safe place. Why? You don't want any dirt to come on that, anybody steal on that. Why don't you think about yourself, that if you want to respect and love yourself, if you are not being rude to anyone, no one can be rude to you. And this is how the first lesson for your life. Love yourself, respect yourself, you will definitely get everywhere respect and love. So the coming to the point for the successful, being successful, how you get success in your life. Success doesn't mean that pull somebody else's leg and run over that. Success means whatever you are doing, do it for you, for yourself. Because whatever is right, it is good for the society also and for the community also, for where you are working. Any work is not less. Start wherever you think, whatever you think. Talk to your friends. Don't be within you. Don't sit inside in the house. Talk to your friends. Stop being like critics. It's good to be critics, not bad to be critics, but don't be so much personal or judgmental for anyone. Just take care of yourself and love yourself. That's what I can say, and I can sign off now. Over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Raj. That's an amazing message to all of our audience and also to all of us. I mean, her main message is quite a lot of things she's covered, but be happy and make sure you spread happiness and be non-judgmental. So thank you very much. We will be discussing a lot of tips about how you can see what the empowered women are and what are the secrets to empowered women. I'm just conscious of the time. So now we go to Dr. Gitanjali Bhatia. She is a Vastu expert, but she will share her story and empower us more. Please welcome Dr. Gitanjali Bhatia.
Thank you very much, Krishna ji. So 2 weeks ago, Krishna ji sent me a message saying, are you free on 30th to talk about empowered women? So for me, she is a true role model for an empowered woman. Who is an empowered woman? An empowered woman is basically if you know your own self-worth, if you know what you are doing, if you know how to create those opportunities for yourself, you are empowered. Coming to myself, as Krishna ji said, I am sharing my journey. My name is Gitanjali Bhalla. Sorry, not Bhatia. It's Gitanjali Bhalla. And born and brought up in India, coming from a rural background. Was born in a small village of India. Father is a farmer, mother is a teacher. And I wanted to always give something back to my own country. I have the education of architecture. I studied architecture. Has always been an inquisitive child, inquisitive grown up. While growing up, I was always very inquisitive. I wanted to know more about how architecture works, how this is a science, how this works for people. How do we make happy homes? And I started to learn Vastu and astrology. I'm an astrologer myself. And my destiny got me here in UK. Got a very supportive husband. Without his support, I wouldn't have been here where I am today. And I started my journey in this new world, and I wanted to find my own earth. And I managed to find it with the dedication and the power I have within myself. That yes, this is what I want to give back to my own country, and this is the knowledge I have, and I never looked back and kept on this journey and spreading the word of Vastu, spreading this science, spreading the awareness of this subject, and making many happy homes and creating an environment which is empowering the people who are living in there. Especially, of course, as Dr. Renu said, that empowerment is not limited to any gender. It has to be for the people, and that's what we are creating. A world today, whatever we are doing today, we are setting an example for the next generation. I have a daughter. I would want her to learn what I am doing today, something to take, and that if we can leave something for the next generation, that will be the biggest gift from us. And that's what I do. And thank you very much for listening. And I'll pass it on to Krishna.
Thank you, Gitanjali, and sorry for the error in your surname. We don't want to make you a Bhatia, definitely. And your message was very clear. If you are determined and if you want to do something in life, nothing should stop you. And here, as a panelist, I would say that we are not here sort of competing with men, because we've got quite a few men here. We want to work with all of you together. There is nothing like, men in the front and women in the back. It's like working together, and we can make this world a better place, yeah? And on that note, I would like to welcome my next speaker, the former mayor of Enfield and Councillor Kate Enaluye. Please welcome Councillor Kate Enaluye. Thank you.
Thank you, Krishna. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I'm very pleased, to be celebrating the 74th Indian Republic Day, and I'm so happy to be there on Friday. So really, it's wonderful, and thank you so much for inviting me as well to, in the two occasions, which I'm very pleased. For me, I probably would say that empowerment actually starts from the family. It starts from there. That is acknowledging the birth of a girl child. And it's because I felt it, I know that is what empowered me. I'm one of 7. I've got 5 brothers and 2 sisters, but I'm the eldest. But my father, if my father didn't acknowledge me, I wouldn't be here today. A lot of the friends says, why are you training her? She's a girl, she's going to get married. But my father said, no, if I train her, if he's got any problem in bringing up the 5 boys, because she's learned and because she will be helping her husband, she will also, the husband don't mind her helping me in the family. And that is what exactly is happening. So I owe everything to my father. My father empowered me. And that is in the 50s. So if my father believed that it's important to empower a girl child, then everybody in the whole world should believe that it's important to empower the girl child. And because it says, generally it says that if you train one man, you train just one. And if you train one woman, then you train a whole nation. Because the woman, is got that maternal instinct that helps her to acknowledge every single person. For example, I married when I was very young. I actually married the way the Indians do. It was an arranged marriage. But I met my husband from Nigeria after the Civil War. I joined him here. But after having 4 children, unfortunately for me, I lost my husband tragically. When the youngest one was only 18 months old and the eldest was 12 years old. Look back now, if I didn't have that education, I'm a retired midwife. If I didn't have that education, how am I going to bring up those 4 children? I probably would have ended up being looked after by the state. But I can tell you, I never took a penny from the government. Because I've got my profession, I was able to bring up all these 4 children. They are all graduates, they are now working, and I'm a grandmother. So, and this is why I say that it's very, very important. And I didn't stop there. Because of the way my father empowered me, I tried to empower other women, other people, and say to them, if you find yourself alone with your children, that doesn't mean that your life has ended. Look at me, listen to my story, and look at what I've done. So one thing that is very important is whether a man or a woman, when you have done things that have made you successful, please pass it to others. Because if you tell them, there are people who are going through the same thing maybe you have gone through, and they don't know what to do. But if you tell them, then they think, well, if he or she can do it, if you've only got one head like I have, 2 hands and 2 legs, then I can make it. So pass your story, your success to other people. You know, it doesn't matter where they come from. That's what I can say to you. For women, I tell you, the Indians are better than the Africans or Nigerians in acknowledging women, because you've got a lot of women, you know, especially, you know, like your past previous, the Indian Prime Minister has passed now, Indira Gandhi. Yes. Yeah, Indira Gandhi. You know, Nigeria hasn't even got a female governor. Not to talk about, you know, yes, so this is it. So we are still fighting. We're not fighting because we want to be equal, like it's been mentioned. We just want to acknowledge us. We can help you to bring up a better life. In a house where there is a woman, you know, who is given the opportunity to help to bring up the children, things go very smoothly. But when you are there fighting the woman, probably because you think she's going to be bigger than you, no, there is nothing. Women don't even, women are very, the God humility is in there. Even no matter what they achieve, they still realize, I still managed to study law. I'm a lawyer as well. So you can do so many things, but you have to believe in yourself, trust yourself, and then be open to others and acknowledge others and bring people near you so that they can feel the aura that makes you happy, so that they can achieve as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Councillor Kate and Alua. Her message is very, very clear. You have seen the struggle she has had, but nothing has stopped her from moving on. And look at her achievement, especially in Enfield government. We have seen, she's the one who has actually introduced awards for women as part of the International Women's Day. She has made so many changes to bring women to highlight, also stating the fact that you do respect men, but women also needs to be respected. It's not like, oh, she's a woman, let her do this and that. Because without a woman, I'm telling you, you all men are here, quite a lot of men, to be honest. What would your life be without a woman? Can you tell us? Yeah? We can't work without a woman, and you know that. And the women are not challenging you at all, because we want to work together and make this world a better world for everyone to live in, for our children to live in, as time goes on, yeah? And yeah, she's written 2 books. So we will be doing a Q&A after the conversation. It's just a little bit of what everybody does, so you got an idea of the panelists. Now I go on to my next speaker, and she's also very, very challenged. And she actually is part of the Women's Indian Commerce and Industry from Wiki. I don't need to introduce her more because I'm sure she'll be talking a lot about herself. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sangeeta Pandey.
Thank you very much, and thank you very much to all of you to be here, took time off. My name is Sangeeta. Did my education and early career in India, trained to be a lawyer, moved to Dubai, came to the UK, understood my strengths and weaknesses, and successfully set up my own company wherein we do training, recruitment. My company has also been awarded centre status, which means we can award, we can give UK qualifications. That's on my journey in the last 50 plus years, starting from India and now here in the UK. When we were talking about empowered women, a lot has been already said, and rightfully said, by people with so much of experience and who've given so much to the society. I was just thinking about, if we look at the number of the world population, women contribute to about 49.5. So a little short, a little shy of being 50% and equal to the male population. But if you look at the workforce, the UK has done impressively well. We have far more number of women in the workforce than in many other countries. I'm not going to go through data and give you a statistic, but what I'm trying to get at is, although women have got into the workforce now and for many years from before, thanks to the crucial policy, to the crucial change that has been brought about by women who have been extremely giving. Coming back to what I was saying, within the workforce there are a lot of challenges. So there are people who are equal pay challenges, for example, and for those of you who follow Britain's Got Talent, will recollect that 2 of the female judges are refraining from signing the contract because of equal pay issues. So where are we going to go from here? These are situations that are there at the moment. Moving forward, if women need to get and should rightly get the acknowledgement they need to do, they don't always have to be in the workspace. Women, as you rightfully said, it begins from having to reward oneself for what we do. I've said that in an earlier discussion. I am a homemaker. I do not bring in the money, but I am a homemaker. And that is something I need to reward myself. I need to acknowledge myself. I need to respect myself for it. And as you rightly said, if I respect and love myself, this is how I'm going to be generating love and respect for others. So moving forward, even from today, it is acknowledging that what we do is worth the time, worth the effort, and we need to acknowledge it to ourselves. Don't be shy. Don't say, I'm just a homemaker. No, there's no just a homemaker. I am the homemaker. Also, understand the skills. There is a report, a very interesting report, that moving forward, women may again take a hit in the workspace only because there's so much evolution on the technology front. So I'm going to keep this short and say that once you recognize what is expected in the coming few years, you're going to upgrade and upskill yourself, and maybe upskill your children as well. Not maybe, you have to upskill yourself. You just round it off. Acknowledge yourself, reward yourself, remember your worth every second, every minute. You have a purpose, we have a purpose. Do a lot of introspection, understand the skills that we have, what is required outside. Be forward thinking, and finally, mentor somebody. As I said, share your story. Find a mentor. Not everyone has the strength, men or women, to fight their own battles. Find a mentor. There are plenty of people who will give their time. And if you have something that you can share, then please mentor someone. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. I think the message was very clear. Be proud of who you are. Be proud of what you do. And a number of other tips. So I won't repeat it again. But thank you, Sangeeta. There are always ways and means of moving forward in terms of developing your personal self as well. And I think I've got my panelist here. She has done amazing work, and especially during COVID, she has been very proactive. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Emma Rigby.
Thank you, Krishna. It's been a real honour to be here on Friday night and today with you all, and catching up again with some of the people from Friday night. So, I found out on Thursday night that I was on the panel. So, listening to the other ladies that are on the panel, I'm going to talk the best I can about women's empowerment and where it comes from my point of view and what I'm trying to do in my own life. So you probably guessed I'm from New Zealand. New Zealand was the first country in the world that gave women the right to vote. So we're a young country, and I've got very supportive parents. My mum always worked, she was a nurse, and my dad's always worked as well in tourism. So I've always had that background, and I always remember my mum saying to me, always earn your own money. She always said that to me, always earn your own money. And I think her mother used to say that to her as well. But I arrived in the UK 20 years ago. I'm a single mum with 2 young children, and following the London riots in 2011, I wanted to bring our community together so that they could communicate and I could support local people within our community. I set something up called Love Your Doorstep, and that was set up in 2011. So we are 11 years old now, and over the time that I've done the work that I've done in our community, I've met the most incredible people. I've done lots of different projects, and I've got a full female team actually. So, I've got one guy now, we've got one man, and the rest of us are all female. But when I set my business up 12 years ago, I was a young mum with young children, so I had to leave my job in the city, and I thought there's all these incredible, talented women out there, and we're trying to juggle being mums, but there's all that talent that's been wasted. So from the day I set my business up, I made sure that women could drop their children off, pick them up, take whatever time off they needed, they work whatever hours they need. And when COVID hit, we were already working from home. So it worked, it wasn't a huge change for us. But I give my team all the flexibility they need, and they give it back to me twofold. I'm very blessed with the women I work with. So that's a little bit about me and the work that I'm doing and how much I love being a woman. Thank you.
Thank you, Emma. She's very humble, and she started off Love Yourself, Love is Kind, quite a lot of movement within Enfield and in schools. And her message is very clear. How do women juggle work and have multitasks to make sure that the life is successful and how we develop yourself? So thank you very much. So coming back to me, I'm not going to repeat what everybody has said, but I will talk more about Enfield Saheli, which is an organization, a women organization based in Enfield but works throughout London. We've been there for 30 years, and our slang, what we call it, is empowering women to make informed choices. So when we started off, there was migration going on, a lot of migrants were coming into UK, and a lot of women had cultural and language needs, which at that time was difficult for them. A lot of people going through depression at that time. So this was the idea of setting up the group, which actually changed into being a charity. And we tried to make sure that we supported women who were depressed, how we could sort of meet regularly to make sure and discuss the problems. And then going fast forward, we started, obviously a charity was developed, and how we made sure that we listen to them and see what their concerns are, what they would like to be as part of an organization. And we, at present, support women going through domestic abuse and also support women going through mental health concerns. In addition, we also have a social club called Saheli Social Club on Friday, where we get women. Now, as we all know, that people are living a lot longer than they used to live in the past. So, the women who joined us 30 years ago have all grown older. So their health and social care needs have changed. So what we do is, obviously, some of them have got terminal illness, some have got physical illness, some have got disabilities. So we make sure that we adapt our services to meet everybody's needs, but the idea is for them to meet weekly and make sure that they are socially aware of what things are happening. In addition, we do trainings. We have a lot of training opportunities for women who want to start a new life in their lives, and also supporting women going through domestic abuse. It's all confidential services. And with mental health, we have got, at present, we have got 27 psychotherapists working for us, One of the other hat I wear is lead as the president of UK-India Business Council for Women's Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, where we have got smaller entrepreneurs, and there is a lot of campaigning going on, like we promote smaller organizations here, but we are also working with the Indian government in terms of making sure that, women, there is still a lot of changes that need to happen in India as well. So in terms of supporting women, smaller SMEs, we have started campaigning and asking for the Indian government to waive off tax for 3 years, so at least then they get some money to develop themselves. Then there is also UK-India MOUs being signed to see how we can they can get funding from UK-India partnership to develop their businesses, to move forward and getting better. So this is part of the empowerment for women tomorrow. But coming back to my third hat, which is the G100 anti-gender-based violence, which is a global hat that I wear, and we have got women appointed all over the world, and we're doing a lot of work in terms of gender-based violence, and it's not just to do with women and girls, it's also to do with men as well, because we know there is a lot of changes that have happened. There is a lot of lesbian, gay, bisexual people who also go through a lot of domestic abuse, and we are making sure that we make a difference to everybody's life. So that is where I will stop here, because I know that there would be a lot of passion. I'm pleased to say there are a number of quite a number of women who are empowered, inspiring women as well in the audience, and I'm sure they will be happy to share their stories in a little while. But we will go on to Q&A, and what I'd like to request is that we got a volunteer who would like to take the roaming mic to ask questions. If you could ask the technician to switch the lights on in the auditorium. Oh, Kajal is kindly agreed. Thank you, Kajal.
You can see me? Yeah, hi. My name is Kapil Gowari and I'm a shoulder vet and I'm from India. So my question to you is, what according to you is being the true essence of being a woman?
Your question is
To everyone? Anyone can ask. Anyone. What is the true essence of being a woman?
True essence of being a woman.
Being a woman, yeah.
Okay, so one is the homemaker and another is the patience. The woman's best essence is patience, which can nothing and no one can compare.
I think because जब मैं बड़ा हो रहा था तो my mom said कि mom एक start होता है, जब एक journey start होती है for being a woman, तो वो start होती है कि जब भी आप बच्चा पैदा होता है तो सबसे पहले mom को दिया जाता है, because वहीं से journey start हो जाती है. So because she teach you how to care, how to love, and the emotions also. Then हर एक रोल जो मॉम प्ले करती है, वो हर एक रोल बहुत अच्छे से प्ले करती है, चाहे वो डॉटर का हो, सिस्टर का हो, तो that's what my mom told me. So I think thank you.
This is a great forum. So मैं हिंदी में पहले संस्कृत यत् नार्यस्तु पूज्यन्ते रमन्ते तत्र देवता. हमारे भारत में ये कहा गया है, जहाँ नारी की पूजा नहीं की जाती है वहाँ कुछ भी संभव नहीं. और मेरी वाइफ इस समय नहीं है, लेकिन मैं कहना चाहता हूँ कि जब मेरी पत्नी मेरे जीवन में आई तो मैं आदि पुरुष हुआ. उससे पहले मैं कुछ भी नहीं था. वो हर असंभव काम मैं कर सका जब मेरी पत्नी ने मेरा साथ दिया. और so मैं एक्चुअली some Indians are there here. So I want to say something about my wife. I want to say something about my wife. I am everything. I am everything with my wife. I am nothing without my wife. I want to say something. I have achieved everything when I got married.
The greatest honor for the women.
And she is a very good mother. She is a very pretty wife.
Can you start again, please?
मैं अपनी पत्नी को जो सम्मान देना चाहता हूँ, ये बहुत बड़ा मंच है, आज बात हो रही है, तो शायद यही मैं कहना चाहता हूँ, यहीं पर अपनी बात खत्म करूंगा। मेरा सवाल नहीं है, क्योंकि मैं किसी भी महिला पर कोई सवाल लगाना ही नहीं चाहता हूँ, उठाना ही नहीं चाहता।
Thank you so much. That's beautiful.
Good boy.
I think we have Sandhya, right?
Yeah.
Sandhya from Fashion Sandy, you come forward.
Yes, sure.
Namaskar everyone. Namaste. Namaste. I'm the happiest person right now, I felt, that I attend this event. Thank you so much, Navinji and Sirji and all the maybe elders, जिनकी वजह से I was here. I have a small doubt on myself because age of 25, I'm here, and the younger one might be right now whoever here. I started my career by 17, and I'm an independent lady. I did a lot of hard work, and my journey is very tough. I reach here in my own lifestyle, and I meet a lot of women, beautiful women. I'm learning so many things each and every day from every person. Today I have a small doubt on myself because I know I'm 25 right now, and age of 50 I have to be a beautiful woman for others. That's my dream. Doesn't matter I'll become a super designer or super model or fashion diva. End of the day I want to be a beautiful person and beautiful woman. And today I have a small thing. Sometimes I want to become panic when I'm getting negativities. And I want to know from you are the experienced ladies how we will control the negativities from people. That I want to know
Your
from.
smile is the first thing.
Thank you.
Your smile and
Sorry, please.
Thank you so much. You know, I love that question because that question, if you pick up my book, you'll find a page where it says that we need to be 100% about ourselves. That you could be 99% positive, but that 1% negativity will annul the rest and becomes 100% negative. So when you believe and trust yourself, don't worry about the age. Age is a number because you might be thinking now, oh God, I'm 25. When I get to this age, do you know how old I am? Do you want to know?
30.
No. it would be actually 30 plus 43. Yes, that's what I am, 73. And I'm still proud of myself, and I'm still working hard, and I'm still empowering others. The only time that anybody, whether a man or woman, stop thinking is when our dear up there calls us. As long as you are alive and breathing, you're a human being, enjoy every single life in you. There's more things to come. At 25, you've achieved this. Goodness me, you've got a lot coming in front of you. And age wouldn't bother at all because as long as you're carrying yourself with positivity. Be positive about yourself. And another thing, never ever listen to people, especially women. we have to be sincere. Yes, we have to be sincere. We are women. At the same time, it's we women that bring ourselves down, our lips, our own. Now,
society make you panic sometimes.
Yes,
You
that's
have to be controlled.
exactly. That is why you must only listen to yourself. As long as what you're thinking is
and
positive.
when we are coming to bed and sleeping, we are thinking about the whole day, and then we are giving the positive or
You need to hold on to the positive. Don't ever think about anything negative. Because 1%, as I said to you, 1% negativity will annul the rest of the 99 positive. Be positive about yourself. It's in you, and carry on. And follow women who have achieved. You know, those that are not going to pull you back.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you have friends And those friends, you might think they're happy for you. They actually want to pull you back. Watch them, and then don't let them pull you back. Keep moving on.
Thanks, that was really good. I think the straight message is like when you start climbing steps, and when you're climbing, and if somebody is trying to pull you down, don't look back and come down. Just keep on moving, and that's the best. But I've got Emma, who would like to share a.
I just wanted to talk to you about something that I've only learned in probably the last 4 years. I think I'm a late bloomer. Because I thought by the time I got to 40, I would have worked it all out, but I hadn't. But about 4 or 5 years ago, I really learned what boundaries were. Boundaries are so important. I didn't know about those. I'd help anyone, I'd do anything for anyone, but it's not physically possible. I was exhausted, I wasn't doing anything properly, but now something that is extremely important is boundaries. So I'm not scared to say, I'm so sorry I can't help, or oh, that doesn't really fit with what I'm trying to achieve at the moment, so thank you, but no thank you. So it's about setting boundaries and working with people, like Kate said, that you get that positive mental off.
She has written, I was the poor kid growing up. My mom used to send me to birthday parties with no present, just so I could eat. I definitely got to a point where I understood and was embarrassed as hell. In 5th grade, my friend's mom invited me to sleep over the night before the actual birthday party. When her daughter was in the shower, the mom laid out the toys that she had bought her daughter for her birthday. She let me pick one to wrap and put my name on. I am now grown up. I'm 37. I'm still grateful to that mom. That one act. Can we please? That one act this lady did, my friend's mom. I'm really grateful, and I think the impact it has had in my life. So always be kind. If you see someone falling behind, walk beside them.
Rather than asking questions. All of you women, all of us, just so everybody, are inspiring Indian women. Now I'm saying the word Indian women even more because look at our country, Bharat Mata. Mata is a mother. We nurture, and Janani, which means that it creates. We bring life into this world. If we didn't give birth to men and women, there would be no creation, there would be no life. Am I right?
Yes.
You can agree, thanks. And I'm not saying that women are more inspirational or anything better than men. You need both. I mean, we all believe in Shiv Shakti. There is no Shakti without Shiv, no Shiv without Shakti. So really, realistically speaking, as some of you have pointed out, it's not an issue of men against women, it's everybody together. Right? So the question that I want to ask some of you here, what did you find the most difficult impediment when you wanted to set out on your journey and show how inspirational you are? What held you back? Was it the family? Was it somebody's home? Was it your own internal feelings? Please, if you can throw some light on that.
I'll start.
Well, anybody, yeah.
So I think in my case, I think it was myself. I'm a very determined person who knows what I want to get, and I've always got what I wanted. But when I had my child, and I thought that a stay-at-home mom is a better mom than a mom who goes out to work, and that is complete rubbish. Because, mothers who go out to work are as good as their kids are. So I think I was my own limiting factor, which was ins and outs. So what was all done and dusted at the time.
I want to comment on that one because I'm a stay-at-home mum since the last 46 years, and yet I'm not a traditional stay-at-home because I do my work there, and I've also been a community leader for 46 years, some of you know. I'm 74 now, so I'm probably the most senior one here. And I No, I didn't know. It must be fate or destiny that brought me here. Raviji and Rashmi Mishra. They literally pulled me and brought me here today. Otherwise, I was on my way home from Parliament Square. So, all of this hand of God, I'm so grateful to every single one of you, all of you. Feel so inspired listening to what you're doing. And I think, right, they're going to go back for another cup of tea and do some more work.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give our panel a big round of applause. I think they deserve it. I personally would say that I found it very empowering, very inspirational as well, and I'm hoping you did as well. And later on, when we do finish the event, then please feel free to ask me questions downstairs when we do exit the venue. Right, I'm going to have to speed things up a little bit, but we have a very special guest here. We have a very special guest here who I'd like to call on stage to honor appreciation, a token of appreciation to our lovely guests of speakers. And I'm going to ask two very renowned people to come on stage. First of all, I'd like to ask the actual lady event organizer, Disha Kakran. I would like her father, Mr. Joginder Dahiya, to please come on stage. आपको हमारे गेस्ट को सम्मान करना है तो प्लीज आप आइए स्टेज पे। और अगर आपने सुना है लाइक अ गोल्ड रेडियो और अगर आप रेडियो सालों से सुन रहे हैं तो फिर you know this household name, the legendary Mr. Ravi Sharma is here. Please welcome him on stage, and we would like him to, of course, honor a gift of appreciation to our ladies as well on stage. Please give Mr. Ravi Sharma a big round of applause. He's my guru. My co-host as well, and somebody I look up to every day, and I'm in the radio industry because he made me stay on. So big thanks to Mr. Raviji. So Mr. Joginder Dahiya and Mr. Ravi Sharma are going to honor, जैसे हम हिंदी में कहते हैं ना सम्मान, तो वो हम अभी हम सम्मान करना चाह रहे हैं हमारे गेस्ट को. So please give the gentlemen a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, and can I ask for Shiv and Disha to please present the award to our two senior guests so that they can present it to our lovely ladies here. So this is Sangeeta Pandey, ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause to Sangeeta ji. Ladies and gentlemen, Emma Rigby, please give her a big round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, Krishna Pujara, please give her a big round of applause. And then of course we have Councillor Kate Anulu, please give her a big round of applause. Thank you. And then of course we have Geetanjali Bhala, please give her a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And finally, Dr. Renu Raj. Ladies and gentlemen, please give her a big round of applause. And then of course, to everybody here on stage, I think they deserve another big round of applause. Come on boys, you can do much better than that. Thank you, Raviji, and thank you, Mr. Joginder Dahiya as well. And I think we do a group photo. While we're doing a group photo, I'm just going to quickly ask if Tulika Prakash could come on stage to say a few words. Is Tulika here? Yeah, we've got very short time, so we can just keep to a minute. We're running out of time, I'm so sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, please give Tulika a big round of applause.
Everybody here for inviting us over, and it was a great 3-day event. And talking about women empowerment, I've been closely working on women empowerment since the last 3 years as an influencer, and I've been doing a lot of social influencing work. And when I heard today everybody here, I think voice of women is everywhere the same. The issues are more or less the same. So there's nothing more to be added than just this much. That I feel so privileged to be a part of the global community here, and it's been a wonderful experience. So best of luck to everybody here. And you're all invited to India. And yes, and I do a lot of podcasts and a lot of work around the issues. So all of you are welcome. I'll be happy to collaborate with all of you. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Tulika. Please do follow her. You're on Instagram, you said, right? Tulika?
From Tulip's Desk. So my Instagram ID is from Tulip's Desk. You can all find really interesting stuff over there. And it is not limited to any industry. Whether you're a homemaker, you're from the legal industry, from the fashion industry, there's a lot of content on women empowerment, so please go through it. Thank you.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, please just take a seat for a couple of moments. Our final speech. Just a few words. Ladies and gentlemen, take a seat for two seconds, please. 2 seconds, please. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, the man himself from Leica Gold, Ravi Sharma.
अब सुन के आप थके नहीं क्या? ओके, मैं बाकी का काम रेडियो पे जाके कर लूंगा। चाहते बस एक ही शब्द कहो, एक शब्द। वो अपने शाहरुख खान कहा गए पत्नी भगत और चश्मे वाले। देखिए, नारी आज भारत की अंडर 19 महिला क्रिकेट टीम ने वर्ल्ड कप जीता है। तालियां बजा देंगे। तो साहब थोड़ी दोनों हरियाणा की श्वेता रोहतक की जो कैप्टन है टीम की, और एक मिस सहरावत जो है उसने लट काट दिया। तो मेरा कहने का भाव ये है, भाई नारी के बिना तो हम हर एक नाम के आगे जो श्री लगाते हैं, पुरुषों के हर नाम जब हम कहते हैं श्रीदैया साहब, तो श्री कौन है? मिसेस दैया। हाँ, ये बेटी, लेकिन श्री का मतलब होता है लक्ष्मी। नारी का नाम पुरुष से आगे आता है। भगवती का नाम भगवान से पहले आता है। लक्ष्मी नारायण, सीताराम, राधे श्याम, गौरी शंकर। कभी आज तक आपने किसी को नारायण लक्ष्मी नहीं कहते सुना होगा, लेकिन दोनों एक दूसरे के पूरक हैं, कंपेटिटर नहीं है। नारी के बिना पुरुष अधूरा है, पुरुष के बिना नारी अधूरी है। शक्तिमान के बिना कुछ नहीं कर सकती, और शक्ति के बिना शक्ति भगवान को कोई नहीं पूजेगा। ये तो शब्द हो गए सीरियसली। और मैं जो वीडियो पर करता हूँ लोगों को हंसाने का काम, तो जाते जाते ये कहूंगा कि नारी अगर शक्ति है तो पुरुष सहन शक्ति है।
ये तो सिर्फ एक preview है. Please make sure you listen to Leica Gold from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. for our legendary मनोरंजन show presenter Mr. Ravi Sharma. और प्लीज सम्मान हम करेंगे शिव. Please come on stage. And Krishna Pujara, of course, please come on stage and we'll honor you a token of appreciation. Ladies and gentlemen, while they're taking a photograph, I would just like to very quickly say I would like to thank all the supporters and sponsors. Himadri, Uttarakhand Handloom and Handicraft Development Council. Media partner, of course, Leica Gold and Leica Radio. QZen Decors, GTTCI, Real Indian Brands, Enfield Saheli, KC Cloths and Accessories, Shri and Ram. And of course, thank you to all of you, our videographer and photographer. Please give everybody a big round of applause. And this is Kajol signing out, and I'll see you very, very soon.